Well, February actually turned out to be one of my worst reading months since I started the channel. And it was the first month since I started the channel that I didn't read my Discworld book. So, what happened?
Thank you to my patrons for supporting the channel and making it the best it can be.
Hey fantasy fans, welcome back. It's Dan here with Treebeard Book Reviews, and today I'm going to be talking about my March reads. I'm doing MBR, my first maybe read. So this might be a trend going forward because I've actually really had to kind of shake up my TBR just because of the books I read in February, the lack of books I read in February. I only read 4 books in February, which is the least I've read in a long time. I'm currently behind on my Goodreads reading goal. I think I'm like a book or 2 behind, so I got to pick up the pace. And you know what? It was totally my fault, and why I didn't read as much as I would have liked to in February. A lot of my reads were really audio reads, and I read one physical book. It was a big book, and then I tried to read another one, and I'm going to talk about February first, and then we're going to get on to March. So I'm excited for March. But let's talk Feb. So first book I read was The Great Hunt. Great Hunt is such a fantastic book. I really enjoyed, just chatting with everyone in the Discord. If you guys don't know, we're doing the Great Wheel of Time Read or Great Wheel of Time Reread. We have monthly Discord channels, for each month. So we were discussing The Great Hunt. It was so much fun just seeing everyone's thoughts, seeing what they thought, seeing what they're kind of putting together, what they think is going to happen. And it's great. And then what we've been doing at the end of the month, we just had that chat this past weekend. We all kind of got together in Discord. We chatted for an hour about what we thought about the book, what we liked, what we didn't like, prophesizing or predicting what's going to happen next. It was great to see new readers to the Wheel of Time and what they think. So if you're reading Wheel of Time right now and you're interested in reading Wheel of Time, we're all starting The Dragon Reborn in the month of March. So there's a book I'm giving away that I'm going to be reading in March, which I've actually already started on audio. So there is a channel on the Discord for that. If you hit it up, if you want to chat The Dragon Reborn. So, and if you want to chat with us, at the end of the month, there was 6 or 7 of us in the last chat. So it's been a lot of fun. So that was that. So I read The Great Hunt, stellar book. Then other audio reads, I did The Tyranny of Faith by Richard Swan. Second book in the Empire of the Wolf. Really enjoyed it. There's going to be a review coming out on the channel. Probably not the next video I do. I'm going to be coming out with my 60 to 41 top books of all time, starting up from last year. I'm not adding any new books I've read this year. And so those videos just take a little bit of time to work on, a little bit of editing, and just kind of getting all the clips together. So working on that. Really love Tyranny of Faith. I'll have a full review, spoiler-free review for that coming up in the channel. So glad to get that out. The next book I read was Blood Rights. Well, the last book I read was Blood Rights by Dresden Book 6. And that was probably my favorite book of February. And I just really enjoyed it, really dug it. I didn't expect to like this one as much as I did. There was a lot of revelations. I really liked the story that kind of came out, the plot, the development within Harry Dresden. You got to know a little bit more about his past and the past of other characters he's met. That was a lot of fun. And I just dug it. And the thing is, I expected to hate it because of the setting that this plot was taking place in Blood Rights. You probably know why, if you've read Blood Rights, because it just wouldn't mesh well with the character of Harry Dresden, but it actually really worked. And I think Jim Butcher really did that as a kind of call his own bluff. If I can set a book here and it not turn you, pull you off the series, you'll be fine. So, and then let's talk about the last book I read was The Blackest Heart by Brian Lee Durfee, book 2 in the 5 Warrior Angels. Love that. There is a review already on the channel, so please check that out if you've read it or if you're interested in reading it. It's spoiler free, and then there is section at the end that is spoiler, so I did tag that. So, what happened in February? Well, the biggest thing was that Hogwarts Legacy came out, and I wanted to play it. And I probably put around 50 hours into that game all month. And those 50 hours, what I would have normally dedicated to reading, I put on Hogwarts Legacy. And I'm fine with that. The game was fun. I really enjoyed the story. It was almost like reading a book itself because the story was quite good. So that's where I lost a lot of time. I dedicated time to that over reading. And you know what? That's the first time I've really done that for a game in a long time. I enjoy the Harry Potter IP, so I enjoyed my time with that game. That was it. So I lost time there. Nobody's fault but my own. But there was a book I tried to read again at the end of the month, and you guys all probably know, and that is Dead House Gates. And this book has just been killing me. You know, I really loved Gardens of the Moon. Gardens of the Moon was one of my favorite books last year. And right now, where am I at? I'm about about 440 pages in. And it's burning me out. I really haven't got into it. I haven't enjoyed too much of what I've read. Like, I'll especially the first 350 pages, didn't really care too much about the characters, didn't care about where I was, the setting, just wasn't jiving with it. And then it started getting better and picking up, but then it would kind of, just lose my interest again. So I'm really kind of at the point where this is just kind of slumping me and I'm just done with it. So I think what I'm going to do with this book is I have it on my Kindle, is I'm going to dedicate just 30 minutes a day to it. I'm going to read it on my lunch at work or in the morning before I go to work. Read that, and then just read my other reads for the rest of the month, and then I'll eventually get through this. I was going to have, I intended to have Malazan Book 3 on my, MBR, TBR for March, and I don't think I'm going to do that. I think Malazan might be like every 2 months, or even if I choose to continue, because I'm not a fan of slogging through like 700 pages to get to like a banger, like 7,500 pages at the end. I'm just not about that life. This has really just hurt my reading, and I want to love it, and that's, I think, the problem. So this is going to be gone for now. All right. So, and then the book I wanted to read, like I didn't get to at the end of the month, like I said, that's my own fault, was Moving Pictures by Terry Pratchett, standalone Discworld book. So again, I want to mention, guys, if you're in the Discord, you want to join the Discord, if there's more than 3 of us reading a certain book, let us know in the Discord, and we'll start a buddy read channel, and we can all join in. So I'm reading Moving Pictures this month. I'm promising myself I'm going to get to it, because I've pretty much beaten everything in Hogwarts Legacy now. I've beaten the whole game, just cleaning up little stuff. But so I'm really kind of dedicating my time back to reading. So this is going back to be read on March. So the first book I'm going to read, and I've already started it, is The Lonesome Crown by Brian Lee Durfee. Last book in the 5 Warrior Angels. I've really enjoyed my time with this series. Can't wait to get this 3rd installment, finish it out. It's one of those series that it would have been nice if it was a 5-book series. I know, Brian's mentioned a few times, like on his channel, and just about, people who've talked about this book. It was supposed to be 5 as a trilogy, just because of the way, paper shortages have been in the publisher. So, Lonesome Crown. It looks smaller than The Blackest Heart, but it's actually a longer book. I think the paper is just a thinner quality paper. So, looking forward to getting into this. As I said, I've already started. I hope to be done this by like the 8th or 9th of March, because it's a big boy. Usually with The Blackest Heart, I was reading around like 150 to 170 pages a day when I was like actively reading it. So, yeah, it just should be an easy read, easy smash that went out. All right, so as I said, I'm going to be reading The Dragon Reborn, doing that on audio. Again, if you want to be a part of that, join the Discord. Really looking forward to it. This is a great book. And it's just great to do the Wheel of Time reread. I'm having so much fun with it. I'm seeing so much more that I didn't catch on the last time. And yeah, it's a great series, and it's really just invigorating me with like the love of the series again. So yeah, awesome. Dragon Reborn. And the last for sure read on this MBR is Deadbeat, Dresden Book 7. Dresden's just clicking with me. I'm really enjoying Dresden. I'm going to be doing the audio. I have the physical copy, kind of slowly collecting Dresden when I see it. Like, I won't go out of my way to buy, like, a brand new copy or hard copy. If I see it, like, a hard copy thrifting, I usually pick it up. So, yeah, really love this. Just really love where the story is. And, this book, or in the last book, sorry, Blood Rights, he really kind of left some, feelers to go into the next book. So I really like that he did that. Really excited for this one. So this one definitely going to be getting to. Probably not after the Dragon Reborn, because I find with Dresden, I just plow through these books. I think, like Blood Rights, I listened to it in like 2 days. I just couldn't get enough of it. So, and if that holds true for this one, I can probably safely leave this to the end of the month to listen to. So, I have one audiobook that I'm saving that I'm going to be, that's going to be one of my MBR audiobook reads. Okay, so I'll get to the audiobook MBR. And the first, I guess the audiobook MBR is Project Hail Mary. Been wanting to read this for a long time. Heard so many good things about it. I meant to get to it in 2022. I just never did. And, people who I trust, who are in the Discord, who've, given super solid reviews for this, and they swear by the audio, so I'm going to be doing audio for this. Already bought it with one of my credits, because Audible had a nice kind of credit coupon on right now. So, got that. Can't wait to get to it. So, Project Hail Mary is the first of the MBR books. Okay, so the last two MBR, if I can squeeze them both in, like if I actually like pull up my socks and like read, I could probably get them both done. And I'm not going to commit to both. I'm just going to say, one of these is going to be read. Don't know what yet. If you want to, find out which one I read, maybe just stick around till next month's recap, or you can follow me on Goodreads, or you can join the Discord again. So these two books are The Grace of Kings and Nemesis Games. I've been putting this off too long. I've not actually actively tried to read this. I've had it on like the TBRs, and something else has taken precedence. Something else has pushed it off. I need to get back to this because everyone says this is the best Expanse book, and I don't know why I have a block for it right now, but it's going to be touched at least when I'm reading this. And the other one is The Grace of Kings by Ken Liu. Just heard so many good things. I really want to pick this up. Every time I walk into my office here, I look at it and I said, when am I going to get to this? And I think this is the time. With this Malazan kind of shakeup, I want to put on a series that, I want to enjoy. And, that's kind of what happened with, Durfee's books this last month, or these last few months, these first 3 months, is I really enjoyed The Five Warrior Angels. And I wanted to read that more than Malazan. And so, maybe once I'm done The Five Warrior Angels, like, I need another series to pick up. So this might be it. So, and it's not too long. Like, it's only like almost 600 pages, or just 600 pages. So, one of these two are going to get read, or both. Like, who knows? Just if you want to stay up to date with my reading, follow me on Goodreads, or like I said, chat in the Discord. I usually do an update like every few days about what I'm reading or what percentage I'm at. So, yeah, February wasn't super productive, but that's okay. Sometimes we have bad months. That's part of life. And, we're never going to be perfect. And I'm not going to lie to you and say, yes, I smashed it out. And like, there was all these things that happened. No, like, it was legitimately my fault. I chose to focus on something else. I don't regret it. I had a lot of fun, and that's it, man. Like, that's reading for you, right? And you take the good months with the bad months, and I know 1 month is gonna happen where I'm gonna just read like 10 books, so it's gonna happen. So, anyways, guys, let me know what you're reading in March. How did February go for you? I hope you guys had a better month than I did, or did you play Hogwarts Legacy? So I know a lot of people have been chatting about it in the Discord too. So that's it, guys, for my MBR, my first MBR on the channel. I really need to get my Discworld book this month, so thank you guys for sticking with me, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.